Hey, it's Jackie Bros.
Folks, Dunlap here. Important day today, Jackie.
Well, I don't know about that.
Folks, we've been sitting around all day waiting for Hillary Clinton to drop on new media her big announcement that she is running for president.
Why does she have to make it? We all know that. People sitting around waiting for it. It wastes the time telling everybody she's doing it. Everybody knows she's going to do it. Hell.
We don't know that for sure, Jackie. She could put up some big announcement like, I thought about it, and I decided that I love America. Therefore, I will not run for president.
Yeah, right. She ain't going to do that.
But it's up now. Her big new media announcement.
What is it?
It's a new media announcement. It's an announcement on new media. It's a video of some sort.
What new media? What, on the computer?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, just say it's on she put it out on the computer.
She put it out on the computer.
Yeah.
We've got it right here. I don't know if you've seen it yet, but you may want to pull it up and watch along with us. We're going to run it right here so that y'all can hear it. And here we go. Will Hillary Clinton run for president in 2016? Jackie, I don't know. What do you think? What do you mean?
Well, everybody knows she's going to run.
It's up in the air, and I guess she made a final decision, and she put it out on new media.
Quit saying that. Just say on the computer.
Will she run? Will she not?
Nobody
knows.
I know. Just play the thing.
Getting ready for a lot of things.
Is this commercial at the top? Beginning?
Yeah, I think it's a pre-roll ad, but it won't let me skip it.
All right.
We're just going to have to watch it. Sorry.
Sorry.
It's spring, so we're starting.
I like that at the beginning, though. It sounded like Birdman, just drums. I hope they keep that through this whole pre-roll ad.
Birdman, what?
No, not our Birdman.
No one.
The movie
had no hair. Him, yeah.
No, we don't know where he is.
No.
We should find out. People may wonder. People may want to know what happened to
I
Birdman.
want to know. He's a good friend of mine.
The garden's ready, and my tomatoes are legendary here in my own neighborhood.
It's one of them. What is that green grove?
My daughter is about to start.
Yeah, probably for like some kind of pesticide.
What do you call it? I can't remember. Everybody. Man that hung himself in the prison did all the commercials.
The man who hung himself in the prison
did all the commercials for the green. What is it? For the he was in. What is it? Shanksy. Can be in the prison. Shanksy prison.
Shanksy prison.
Him and old Morgan Freeman was in that. And he was the one, he did all the commercial for something Green Grow, whatever it is. It's on the tip of my tongue, can't remember it. But I knew from the commercials, but in Shanksy prison movie, they let him out and he hangs himself. That's how I know it.
So you think this woman with the famous tomatoes is his replacement?
It's hard to replace him. I always liked him.
I
I didn't like him in Shanksy. No, but he, on the commercial, what is the name of it? It's the thing you put in your garden.
Scarecrow?
No, it ain't a scarecrow. Hell, I can't think of the damn name of it. I bought it plenty of times in my lifetime. I can't think of it.
Kindergarten next year. And so we're moving just so she can belong to a better school.
Mi hermano y yo estamos empezando un primer negocio.
Can't read that right. It's too small.
Somebody speaking Spanish. Do you think this is still the pre-roll ad, or do you think it's a Hillary Clinton announcement?
If it's a commercial, sometimes nowadays, the way it is, they'll say it once in English, and then they say it in, Spanish.
Well, you're thinking about when you call some place on the telephone, they ask.
Well, it does that too, but I'm saying on commercials now, half the time, you see it all the time.
I think you just don't understand modern usage of the English language.
What do you mean modern? It ain't the English language. It's Spanish. It ain't English.
After 5 years of raising my children, I am now going back to work.
Huh?
Every day we're trying to get more ready and more prepared.
The big boy coming your way.
I don't understand.
Right now I'm applying for jobs.
There are a lot of ethnicities, working women, in this pre-roll ad, I'm starting to get suspicious this is actually a Hillary Clinton announcement.
Now, the one woman said after 5 kids, she going to get a job.
I didn't.
She's had 5 children and then get a job. You don't. Well, you need a job to feed all them youngins if you're going to have it.
What's your problem with a woman with 5 children?
I don't have
a
a problem with it. I'm just saying it seems like how'd you get by for, if you having kids one right after the other.
Well, that's her body.
Yeah, she can do what she want. That ain't got nothing to do with it. I'm just saying if with 5 children, now you need a job, it makes sense. Good luck.
You look into what the real world will look like after college.
Real world.
I'm getting married this summer to someone I really care about.
Yeah.
Okay, there's a gay couple. I'm going to say this is the actual Hillary Clinton announcement.
What?
It's not a commercial.
I thought modern day commercial, you got to have, look, if they say it regular like a garden product, then the Spanish comes on and tells you what it is, then the gay comes on. And everybody got their own way of saying something.
I'm going to say as a pre-roll commercial, this is progressive and forward-thinking and pleasant and nice to watch. As a Hillary Clinton ad, it is pandering and playing to the worst of us.
Yeah.
Be in the play and I'm gonna be in a fish costume.
Fish costume.
Fishes.
I'm getting ready to retire.
He's going to be in a play in a fish costume.
What play
and he was
is that?
singing this song.
What
I
play
don't
is
know.
a fish? Miss Olympic. They did that on the stage.
I bet he is in the, out of town. They're trying to get that Mr. Limpet show off the ground,
Well,
and he's probably in it.
I just don't make any. He barely understand him anyway, and Mr. Limpet does all the talking.
Well, he may not be playing Mr. Limpet. It may not be
One of his friends or
a
something.
Miles Morales Mr. Limpet situation. Maybe somebody else playing Mr. Limpet.
I just don't,
This woman's retired. The one woman had famous
What's this
tomatoes.
got to do with anything?
And
What
this
do
woman is retiring. I think I found 2 different girlfriends for
There's
you.
what?
Retirement means reinventing yourself in many ways.
What?
Well, we've been doing a lot of home renovations.
But most importantly, we really just want to teach our dog to quit eating the trash.
And so we have high
That's
hopes
true.
for 2015 that's
Yeah.
going to happen.
What?
That's pretty good. The dog eating the trash.
Dog
I
eating
like
the trash. Everybody relate to that. Now, that's pandering if they ever seen pandering before. Everybody out there with a dog eating the trash, they all sit there and nod. It's like subliminal. Like, yeah, I know what that's like. And then, hoping for the better.
I hope at the end of this, she says, I've heard so many people talk about all their plans for training their dogs and retiring that I'm just going to kick
Playing
back
the
and
fish.
take it easy for the rest of my life. So I am not running for president.
That ain't, hell damn well that ain't going to.
I've started a new career recently. This is a 5th-generation company, which means a lot to me. This country was founded on
gravel?
hard work, and it really...
Yeah, he never says what his company is.
He's just pouring. Is that gravel? I can't
think it
sell.
may be bucket pouring.
Bucket pouring.
You put some
company.
stuff in one bucket, then you pour it in another bucket.
That's a job. Yeah, bucket pouring is. I mean, that's hard work. But if you started your own business, you shouldn't be in there doing it yourself.
Well, he's probably just starting out. He probably ain't been able to get a want ad in the paper yet.
Yeah.
feels good to be a part of that.
I'm getting ready to do something too. I'm running for president.
Oh, hell.
Wow. Bombshell.
Dogs eating trash. Little boys are fish.
And Hillary Clinton is running for president. I did not. They did a good job building up the suspense there because I didn't know, especially when I really thought, well, they're talking about a dog eating garbage. They're not going to follow that up with a presidential announcement.
Yep. Well, they did.
She sure did. She sure did.
Americans have fought their way back from tough economic times, but the deck is still stacked in favor of those at the top. Everyday Americans need a champion, and I want to be that champion. So you can do more than just get by.
That reminds me, did you watch Daredevil?
What?
Everyday Americans need a champion like Daredevil. Daredevil's pretty good. You should watch that.
I don't know what it is. What is it? Daredevil. That's old.
And
Evil
stay
Knievel.
ahead, Because when families are strong, America is strong. So I'm hitting the road to earn your vote because it's your time. And I hope you'll join me on this journey.
I don't know if those Latino gentlemen understand what she's saying.
That's why they're laughing. Otherwise, they'd be crying. Well, it's certainly... Oh, and then at the end there, Jackie, it says... Hold on, my phone went out. It says, Hillary for America. HillaryClinton.com. I guess you're supposed to go there and look at more pictures. Try to find... She's going to have a bunch of pictures up of all the different types of people that were in her commercial. And you find your type. Kind of like Rand Paul on his website. It's like... Old men for Rand Paul or college stoners for Rand Paul. She got the same thing.
You got owners of ornery dogs.
Does your dog like eating from the trash? Vote Hillary.
I wouldn't be surprised to put that on a bumper sticker. What's that hell got to do with that? Any of this got to do with anything?
It's important. She's making inroads with some of her most important
I know.
groups.
She had black people and all different color people. Nothing wrong with that.
Lots of women, lots of children,
Gay
all the people who are going to be voting for her in the upcoming election.
Pretty much.
Fish children?
I don't understand that. What's that got to do with it?
What's a dog got to do with it?
I don't know. I understand what that's like. That's the one thing I can relate to. It's like you got to. I had years ago.
Jackie's voting for Hillary.
I am not. I saw right through it. That's the point I'm making. Some people don't think, they just see the TV. Like, what's that show? Whisper to the Dog. Whisper Dog?
The Dog Whisperer.
Dog Whisper. That's it. On that show, you just flipping channels and you see a dog acting honest. And boy, I know what that's like. Good Lord, I'm glad that I ain't got that animal in the house anymore.
You think that's her plan to get people to vote for her is just to connect via
That's what it is. You got the gay people holding hands get married. You got the single woman with 5 children getting a job.
I don't know that she's... Okay.
And you got the Latino gentlemen, Mexican fellas in there, too.
Mm-hmm.
And, of course, there's black people in it. And there was one woman, a Korean woman, looking for a job.
I'm sure. I don't know.
She was walking around looking for a job. And
everybody's looking for a job or retiring.
It seems like if you're retiring, let the young Asian lady take over.
Yeah, we could go in there. And then that dude who's doing his own bucket pouring, he needs help.
Yeah, he can't be. That space that he had in that video, if that's the place he rented to start off a bucket pouring job, that's too much. He spent too much money. You can go outside in a shed and fill stuff up in a bucket. If he's in there by himself, he just wasted a lot of money.
To me, it shows a lack of leadership on Hillary Clinton's part because she could have looked at all the people in her commercial and said, okay, you're retiring, so you're going to move into a home. We're going to let this woman who's moving her kid to a better school district, they're going to live in your house. Young college student, you're going to go over here and work for bucket pourer or maybe help the Latino gentleman in their new establishment. And you can make connections there. But she wants to keep everybody separate.
Why does she have to move to get to a good school? Why can't you just make a school good and stay where you at?
Oh, no.
Why do you just, that's a solution to the education problem in this country? I'll just get up and move. Get your youngins, go wherever you got to go, because Lord knows those schools are awful.
Well, I ain't got to worry about that because I ain't got no kids.
Well,
than anybody's told me about.
I'm just saying, you got to up and move every time to get to a good school. Why not make all the schools good?
I probably got some kids around, but their mothers just don't want me involved in their lives.
All right, I
probably got a bunch of kids around there.
Oh, hell.
And probably every single one of them mothers is like, just don't tell him. Not to brag.
Don't tell me. I don't want to hear about it. Pitiful.
So that's Hillary Clinton. Surprise announcement. Hillary
It ain't
Clinton
no
running
surprise
for
to
president.
it ain't no surprise to it. I guess everybody sit there thought they was watching some commercial, and then she come on for Green Grow. What is it? Put in the garden. You put it out. I don't know. Man from Shankies.
So we were watching that, thinking it was a pre-roll ad, and now I guess
Miracle Grow.
Now I guess it becomes a pre-roll ad.
Is that it? Miracle Grow? Is that what you call it?
I don't know. What
Shanky man that hung himself.
I know.
Hey, look at there. You see him? Well, open your damn eyes in. It's the old-timey country down-home Red State Update podcast and them. Coming to you from a bunker underneath Jackie's Market in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. And here they are, both of them.
Hi, Jackie Bros.
That didn't fizz very much, did it?
Fizz?
I wonder if this can's got any fizz in it. Let me... It tastes awful.
Why are you drinking it?
Something is wrong with this beer.
Pour that.
Oh, Jesus.
Quit.
It turned or something. Something is wrong with it.
Quit drinking it then. All right.
Oh, God. There's not much left. I can get through it. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Red State Update Podcast. My name is Dunlap the Man, and next to me is my sidekick, as always, Little Jackie Brawls.
Ain't no sidekick. Ain't no Little Jackie Brawls. Just Jackie. Jackie Brawls.
Jackie, what a week. Hillary Clinton announces she's running for president.
That wasn't a week. That was a few minutes ago. Who? Everybody knows she's going to. Just how stupidly can she do it is pretty much on everybody's mind. Everybody knew she's going to run for it. She did it pretty dumb, I have to say. I didn't make heads or tails of that thing, except, everybody different colors all love Hillary. And dog eating trash.
I think those are the big takeaways.
Well, little boy, fish. Little boy fish, too.
I want to see that play.
If it's Mr. Lippet, yeah. I mean, that's a classic.
Fish singing, generally good. Name me a fish singing that ain't.
Remember, that was popular, took over, everybody had one of them on the wall, fish.
Singing on. Take me to the river.
Take me to the river, old fish. They're always good for a laugh. Always good.
Little Mermaid.
Yeah, well.
Under the Sea.
Did
you see the Little Mermaid?
No, I didn't see the Little Mermaid.
The seaweed is always greener in somebody else's lake.
Wow.
You dream about going up there, but that is a big mistake. Just look at the world around you, down right here on the ocean floor. Such wonderful things around you. What more is you looking for? That's racist.
Enough.
It's racist.
What's it racist for?
Well, because they're doing it in a weird patois.
What, the mermaid, that's Walt Disney, right?
Yep.
All them old Walt Disneys is racist. Every one of them. All the old ones.
Well, this is from like 89.
Well.
I guess that is old.
They had I remember they couldn't, what's the one that they don't, Brer Rabbit, that one. You can't watch that one. All racist.
So singing fish are good. I can't think of any more singing fish. Do they sing in Finding Nemo?
No.
They just get sad.
No. I think there's no singing in it.
Is there a song or two in Mr. Limpet? Probably a good.
I don't know if he sings it, but there's a song in it. Yeah, I remember a song playing him swimming around. Cartoon, yeah.
Maybe singing fish ain't good.
What's the one?
Oh, what's the one with Will Smith as a fish?
What?
Will Smith.
Is a fish?
Will Smith is a fish.
I didn't see that, and I don't know what it is.
I don't either. I bet there's a good rap song in that one.
Oh, you thought? Wait a minute. Shark's Tale.
Yes, that's it.
Yeah. Shark's tail.
You did see it.
Stuff you flip around on the TV down here.
How many times you seen it?
I ain't seen it that many times. If somebody leaves a youngin', you know that. You grew up sitting here watching stuff. Now, granted, you got to wanting to watch all that Mr. Rogers Sesame stuff all the time. You get a little bit of it, and then we switch it over.
Well, I think you mean sexy, sexy movies, not Mr. Rogers. You must be thinking of somebody else.
No, you used to sit here in the store and whine like a baby till we flip it over.
I think you
Mr. Rogers.
Showtime,
no, you
After
whine like
Dark,
a baby. And, of course, they try to make fun of you, and you just cry. You don't pick on Mr. Rogers. You stood up for him. It was like he was your only friend in there or something. But you'd whine like a baby till we put it on there. He'd get on the puppets. You'd watch that stuff, then turn it over. You used to love Captain Kangaroo. You remember that?
Again, I think your memory is
Captain Kangaroo,
faulty, full
whine
of holes.
like a little, put it on Captain Kangaroo, put it on. You just would stomp around in a circle.
As a little child, sure, but as I grew up, 6, 7 years old.
No, you 13, 14 years old, I think. You were big then, too, like you were a chubby little boy. Always look older than you were, so maybe not. But you used to just stomp in a circle. They said, I'll sit there and say, you do that all damn day. I ain't going to change the channel every time you want. But then, the patrons in there said, Jackie, turn it on. Do something. If
You must be thinking of someone else.
No.
Some of these spoiled millennials, probably.
Shannon, no, it was you. You spoiled. Everybody just give you whatever the hell you want. That's why you wound up the way you are.
Well, it's time for our sponsors, folks. Sponsor time. Jackie, I don't know about you, but I got a great sponsor.
I do have a good sponsor. I'll tell you right now. Everybody knows up in Nashville got the NRA here.
Big NRA convention.
Proud to say Tennessee's state. Happy to have everybody here. What did they say? Like 70,000
NRA members converging on downtown Nashville.
Yes, sir. And proud gun ownership. We had some people there speaking to them, talking to them.
All the Republican running folks, except probably Rand Paul, and Chris Christie.
Well, they weren't invited.
They were not invited.
They're not invited to that. But I tell you what, I'm proud to be here. We just a hop, skip, jump away from Nashville.
We are 30 minutes down I-24.
That's right. So I want to hope somebody's told all our we want to welcome everybody, first off.
You think we're getting new listeners from the NRA convention?
Well, somebody may say, listen to this if you never can tell. So hopefully that's the case, and I just want to welcome you to Tennessee and glad you're here. And thanks for coming. And I won't tell you, like I said, just a hop, skip, jump away. You come on down to Murfreesboro, make you some time. Because, after a while, you've seen everybody up there and everything is to do up in Nashville. So you just want to sneak on down, come down to Murfreesboro. Now, everybody remember Gunsonic. Gunsonic from years ago.
They survived the troubles, when the recent destruction of Murfreesboro happened in the past few months. Rebuilding going great. Well, if you're coming down here from the NRA convention, I'd like to say, if you'd come down here a couple months ago, you would have seen burnout shells and husks.
It's coming back slowly but surely.
We are coming back off the square. Amazing. You'd never think that it had all burned down. And
well,
the streets flowed red with blood.
Off the square. Speaking of which, at an old rundown Sam's Club up there by the square.
The Sam's Club off the square.
Yep. Well, it's all, what happened there. It's hollowed out, but the building's still there. So Gunsonic has opened up inside of the Sam's Club.
Gunsonic is back.
But it's deep back inside of the old Sam's Club.
Now, Gunsonic was a gun store.
Yep.
That opened up in the old Sonic.
Yep. And you drive right up there. I wasn't, for my taste, I like to take time. I like to be on my feet when looking at a gun, but so be it.
Sure, some people like to just drive up, press the button, the little girl on the roller skates comes out, brings you a gun, and they started serving tater tots.
Well, they had that left, the things to make it left over in there, so it became a thing. If I'm gonna get bullets, I just get regular bullets here, ammunition. If I go where, I get ammunition plus some tater tots. Nobody wants to turn that down.
But so Gunsonic did. It's now taken over the old.
They're back inside. You still drive up, so you drive in. They cut out the front of it, and you drive your car inside of the old Sam's Club all the way to the back.
Because that's a lot of space in there.
Yeah.
Well,
a lot of it's guns, too. As you drive, you see guns up on the case. You pick what you want.
Are you free to drive? Is this like a Grand Theft Auto where you can drive wherever you want?
Or it ain't Grand Theft Auto. What do you
mean?
Mean?
Like one of them video games where you can go wherever you
ain't
want
no
to
video
in the store,
game.
or do you have to stay? Or is it like a Disneyland ride where it just kind of takes you where it wants you to
there
go?
ain't but one way to go, pretty much.
Okay.
You have to go that way all the way back there, get what you're going to get, and then come back around, come out. But on the way, there's different stuff you can pull off, park to, on the way back to Gunsonic. There's outside of it, right off the square, you remember, used to be Moses Car Wash.
Oh, you mean Turkey Dick's Car Wash?
Right, Moses is what it was. It was, and then
Curtis Henshaw. Just to recap for our new NRA listeners, folks, there was a business here in Murfreesboro called Mosey's Car Wash. I was like, Mosey? Who is that? Turns out it was Curtis Henshaw, who I went to school with, and everybody called Turkey Dick.
That was his nickname. I don't have
So
to
he came up with a new nickname for himself, which you cannot do, and he called his car wash Mosey's Car Wash. He could have just called it Curtis Henshaw's Car Wash. I would not have been so outraged. But then eventually he turned it into Turkey Dick's Car Wash, and then he put up some Turkey Dick themed decorations. But then that went by the way. And he tried to rename it Preston Merriweather III's Car Wash, and apparently
that was nice. That was like a nice,
fancy car wash.
Well, it was. It was nice. You take your truck or car through there. You felt you did. It's what it said. Felt like royalty.
And now he's joined up with Gunsonic in the Sam's Club?
Well, yeah, and that's just an extension of that. It ain't got a new name. It's just Gunsonic, car wash, basically. And you take your car through the car wash. Now, you can go all the way through, the Gunsonic inside the Sam's Club, come out, and then get your car cleaned up, get it cleaned up good, and go through, and they'll bring you out, you get your ammunition and guns in the car wash, as well as, the old standby tater tots.
They bring your gun out to you in the car wash?
Well, it's went in between cycles. It ain't like the water's going when, we don't take your window down. It's in between.
That makes sense.
Yeah. The guy who brings it out, he got like scuba out,
Right.
He gonna get wet. He ain't got no choice. But, you just roll the window down, and the rest of the time, in the middle, in between cycle, come out there, get your gun, get your tater tots, sit there, get your car cleaned out good, and then come on out.
I will tell you, guns aside, there's nothing I like better than sitting inside a car wash watching that soap spray on my window eating tater tots.
Yeah.
That's my idea of paradise.
Yeah.
When the good Lord calls me home, I hope he says, "Welcome to heaven, Dunlap. Get in. Here's your quarters. Here's your tots."
Well,
and then he points me to Exxon Car Wash.
Exxon?
He said, "Here's your code. I already bought it for you. Get your car wash. Here's your tater tots. Don't get any ketchup on the upholstery."
What? All right.
Thank you, Jesus.
Well, you going to have a good time, go down there. You don't need no guns. That's one thing. Tater tots, car wash, fine. You don't need no guns. Everybody else.
I'll get a gun if I want to.
Everybody else go through, get your gun outside the car, getting clean. You be inside, cleaning the guns, eating tater tots. That's a hell of, NRA, I know there's a lot of good stuff up in Nashville, but I'm telling you, missing it out. For the members that brought their wives along, they're just, some women don't care too much about.
There could be female NRA members.
Well, it might
I don't
be.
know the breakdown of the membership.
I don't either, but this is for.
I don't think it breaks down into NRA members and their wives.
You're going to start something again. I'm reading, telling you what it is. Bring your wives or girlfriends, sweethearts along, because inside of the Gunsonic Sam's Club, there is a section that is glamour guns. And they do, those, would make women look all pretty or whatever, the makeup here, look nice.
Yeah, gauzy photography.
That sort of thing, but you bring your gun in, the glamour gun. So you pick out your gun and you sit down and it's mainly for, man don't want a picture with a gun that way.
Why not?
Well,
I kind of do.
All right, fine. Man could get it too, but it's for wives and girlfriends of NRA members. Come down, let them give the women something to enjoy too.
I will give the women something to enjoy. When I get my glamour gun shot, what I'm going to do is take my shirt off and have them fluff up my chest hair.
All right.
I'm going to get me some sort of large pistol. I'm going to nestle it right between my nipples, kind of like
all right,
brushing up against one.
I don't want
just so it gets a little hard. And then I'm going to say, shoot away, photog.
That's it.
And then I'm going to put all them sexy, sexy pictures up on my Instagram.
Are you through?
I'm just getting started.
Take a good thing and make it terrible. That's right. Well, that's for my sponsor, Gunsonic, having the big time here in Murfreesboro, as you can hear. So, NRA, come on, Dan. Just sneak away from Toots or Hooters or all that stuff up there. Come on down here. Bring your wives, girlfriend, glamour guns. Get your car cleaned up. Rent a car while you're in town.
Drive through a building.
Yeah, drive. You don't get to do that often. Drive through a building full of guns.
Come on. Well, that's a good sponsor, Jackie.
I know. I'm proud. NRA is taking in Tennessee, and we're doing it up right here in Murfreesboro. In Nashville, that's the state capital. Happy to have you. Welcome.
I got a sponsor this week, too, Jackie, that I think you're going to like.
Yeah.
It's good to hear from our old friends Gunsonic again. It's good to hear that they're back and expanding. That just goes to show you what the business climate in Murfreesboro is like.
I am.
Sure, we've had our problems in the past few months, but sounds like it's onwards and upwards. It sounds like that Hillary Clinton campaign commercial, only without her.
It would have been okay without her, I guess. I mean, everybody likes to see a dog getting trash. And
they could have shown more of that.
Well,
honestly.
They could have shown more dog getting in the trash and that little boy talking about being a fish.
Show, don't tell.
That's right. If that little boy's in a fish costume or singing or dancing, whatever it is, that's that by itself.
Let's write a musical for Hillary Clinton starring that little boy in a fish costume.
Well, that's all she needed right there. I mean, I don't want to give him any hints or nothing, but I tell you what, I would have walked away impressed if there wasn't nothing but that little boy dressed up like a fish, dancing around, singing about Hillary Clinton, and a dog rummaging through some garbage in the back, and then she come on, walk in, I'm running for president. That would have impressed me.
Yeah, the end.
Yeah, that's all you need. Yeah, that's about the only thing she could have done.
The song could have been the little boy in a fish costume singing to the dog about how it shouldn't be going through the trash.
Well, song be whatever you want. I figured it'd be about Hillary running for president, but fine. Yeah, you sing about the dog getting in the trash. Why is a fish singing about that? I don't know. Hillary gonna come president, straighten things out. That's what America's gonna look like.
Just dogs in the trash and people in fish costumes?
Wouldn't be surprised. Maybe subliminal.
Mad Max!
Subliminal messages in that. This is what the world's going to be once I become president. I wouldn't put it past people say, conspiracy thing, all that, and I don't usually believe that, but I don't put nothing past it.
Are we the dogs or are we the trash?
Well,
who are we supposed to represent?
I ain't nobody but me. I don't know what you're talking about.
That's a good slogan. Ain't no Hillary 2016. Ain't nobody but me.
Yeah. Don't give them no ideas.
Folks, I got another old friend of the podcast back in my sponsor segment, and he could not have come back at a better time because today is April 14th, 13th, 12th, 11th.
I guess. I
don't know.
Watch your mouth.
Tax day is right around the corner, and if you have started your taxes, you know that Obama has his Obama fingers right in the middle of it with this health care stuff.
Yep.
He's made taxes even worse. How is that possible? The boys in R&D at Obama Corp figured out a way with your tax dollars to make getting your tax dollars from you even more of a horrible anti-constitutional
just know
process.
right now all them tax dollars going to Cuba.
Friends.
Yep.
Shaking hands.
Yep.
Well, folks, if you're getting your taxes ready, you need to get all your receipts in a sack. You need to get your health care stuff in a sack.
Oh, hell, all that stuff.
Did you pay for health care? Did you get Obamacare? Are you in Tennessee? Did that screw you up or help you? Put it all in a sack and carry it over to Dom Podge's Tax Whiz. Because Dom Podge will take your receipts, throw them in the goddamn river.
Hey.
Tell you that taxes are unconstitutional. And then he will give you a pillow made by his girlfriend, Miss Phillips.
Oh, they still dating, yeah.
And on that pillow is an embroidered U.S. Constitution.
All right, now that's something
And on the other side is a picture of a cat.
Okay. It's always the same.
Do not touch these pillows. Unless you are wearing some sort of hand protection.
All right, that's old.
Such as a glove or maybe some tongs.
Well, she's just flipped over the cat pillars just caused all the trouble. Anybody here, Murfreesboro remembers this ordeal that the town went through, or they thought it was an ordeal until what recently happened, But before that, it was a big deal in Murfreesboro Museum.
They had a big display on the Miss Phillips kitty pillows. I can't even remember, and neither can they at this point, whether the pillows hurt cats.
Some of them hurt cats, I think, and some hurt people.
Some hurt people. I think maybe some other sorts of animals. Doesn't matter. That was all in the past. We're just not sure, and she has a lot of these pillows. Children have been sleeping on them because her and Dom Podge went down to the border and took a lot of the border kids to help as a makeshift family and to help out with the pillow business. They're the ones that did the actual embroidering.
The children do.
And I can't think of a better way for adorable illegal aliens to spend their time than embroidering the Constitution on the back of a possibly toxic to animals, I think, only pillow.
Well, as long as they learn it, if that's helping them learn what the Constitution is, maybe they go turn themselves in.
Now, Dom Podge, as we know, is a master of disguise and is, he believes, wanted for questioning by various authorities. So he is not actually in the office. The storefront that says Dom Podge's Tax Whiz, he has built an animatronic version of himself that sits at a desk, and when you walk in with your receipts, the robot takes, it's sort of like the Mr. Lincoln thing at Disneyland, but the robot takes the bag of receipts and throws it all around the room. It's quite a sight. It's fun for the kids.
It's worth just seeing. Yeah, take your children down. Your children get to learn about America and how taxes, that sort of thing works. So you're teaching the child, and it's also fun. It looked just like him from a distance. You get up close, you see the screws and the hinges.
You hear the whirring.
Stuff. Yeah, but from a distance, like I remember when I went over to say hi to get set that up, and I got up close. It got me good.
Well, he's made some friends with some libertarian fellow believers from out in Silicon Valley that are in the robotics business. So there are lots of if you think you've seen Dom Podge recently, which I've been hearing all over town, like, hey, Dom Podge is back. More than likely, it was not Dom Podge. It was one of his Dom bots.
Well, the police arrested a couple of them and took them down there. Didn't know.
And guess what? Turns out you can't arrest a robot.
Well, they would have thought they had him until the other one come out. He sent out too many of them. They thought they had him in jail.
Yep. Cannot. And then they're like, well, I guess these are all robots. And the robots are like, release me. because you can't arrest a robot. That's my favorite Ray Bradbury story. You cannot arrest a robot, and it holds up legally. It's not just a great title and a great read. It holds up in court.
That's probably why he's investing in that. You know, if you can't arrest a robot, then, you know, Lord knows what Don Podge is going to do. Something good for the country, I know that.
If you do need Don Podge's assistance more than just throwing your receipts around the room and not filing because it's illegal to ask for tax money from an American citizen, he will appear. You'll never know if it's him or not at a time of his choosing, and then he'll help you go through your books. But yep, Don Podge, Miss Phillips back in Murfreesboro with all those adorable little border children, a loving family.
I won't get me one of them. I mean, I ain't going for my head, but on the wall, one of them pellets.
Yeah, like in.
I would suggest it, and I'm not telling anybody what to do with it, but I'd put it up.
Put it out of reach.
Yeah.
Maybe in a shadow box, and contain it somehow.
Don't let dog get in it. You know, dog like tear up trash. Dog tear up a pillow, too.
Ain't much a dog won't get into.
That's true. I guess when you say trash, that's everything. You know, it ain't one particular kind of trash.
That's a gloomy way to look. Trash is everything.
Yeah.
That's depressing.
Well, it is. Everybody throw it the way it is. You know, people throw everything away nowadays.
I wonder if when Hillary thought, well, I'll control the conversation for that day, if she knew everybody was going to be Googling how to keep dog out of trash.
Yeah.
Or fish plays. So that's Don Podge's Tax Whiz.
Yeah.
And Gunsonic, now in the old Sam's Club.
Well, yeah, it's still Gunsonic, but it's just in a old Sam's
That's a
Club
lot
building.
more space.
Just
They
shelled out.
really
Yeah,
expanded.
you can take the car. I mean, you don't get to drive your car inside every day, so it's worth doing just for that. Say, I don't need nothing. Just driving through. You know, tell them.
Just going for a drive, Sunday drive.
Get to see some, good guns all over the place. You can see them from a car. You ain't got to get out.
And they'll bring food to you.
In the car wash, once you get the car clean.
So when you're driving through, they won't chase you down on skates and bring you your food. You got to get to the car wash.
They'll bring
part.
you guns and stuff. I mean, I think there's some people in there trying to catch up to the car. I mean, if I remember correctly. You know, the girls with the roller skates you talking about.
Mm-hmm.
They're in there too, yeah. But, I mean, if you say, I want some tater tots, and they said, they tell you it'll be waiting for you in the car wash. You know,
I see. You place your order, and then it's waiting for you in the car wash. Okay.
I mean, but they don't serve but one thing. You ain't really taking an order. It's just tater tots, you know. They'll bring you over bullets and guns. See, you going through in the car, you just point at what you want. And the girl, if they're there, you know, sometimes you got to wait for them to get to you. And they just get it off a wall and bring it to the car. Go out, you know, ring it all up. And you know, you can not have to get it, you know, use your credit card, bank card, whatever it is. Then come on out and get it, you know, car wash, tater tots. Top it all off.
Well, I hope Wayne LaPierre and some of the other NRA bigwigs come down just to see what we've got. Come see what's in store for you in Murfreesboro. That's another good slogan.
Yeah.
Watching that Hillary Clinton ad made me want to get into branding.
Branding?
So Wayne LaPierre, let's tie it all together, Jackie. Wayne LaPierre, talking to the NRA, said that Hillary Clinton will bring a permanent darkness of deceit and despair forced upon the American people to endure.
Yeah, better get your guns, yeah.
That's good. That's Bible-y.
Yeah.
If anybody ever writes a new Bible, I'd like for Wayne LaPierre to get a chapter.
I don't need a new Bible. The gun Bible, yeah, let him do it.
I'd read that, Gun Bible.
Well, yeah.
By Wayne LaPierre. One of the problems with the Bible is there's no guns in it. There's not one gun in the Bible.
Well, if they had guns, they'd be all in it. But back then, didn't have
But
them.
they didn't have them. See, that's the problem. It was written too early.
They had rock swords. All that
They
stuff.
try, but without guns, it's just this big gaping hole in the middle of the Bible.
No, it ain't a hole in the Bible. It don't need guns. It is what it is. That's before gun times. You talking about Billy Kid West and stuff like that. You don't mix the two.
Jackie, if I give you a book, and I said this book has no guns in it, and then I give you another book, and it looks terrible, like Agatha Christie or something, a woman solving a mystery right on the cover, and I say, this one does have guns in it, and the one without guns has like a horse in it on the cover, which one would you read?
I don't know. Depends on my mood at the time. I like a good mystery, and Lord knows I like a good horse. It just depends on your mood. I'd probably ask, can I read both of them?
I don't know that I've ever read a book without a gun in it.
Lula Moore got lots of guns. Yeah, I love reading old Lula Moore. There's gun slingers and fighters, yeah.
What's the difference between a gunslinger and a gunfighter?
Well, slinger faster, I think.
Sling it. Fighter just slow, but he'll finish it.
Yeah, I think. I can't remember. It's been slinger, fighter. There's something else. Gunfighter, gunslinger.
Gun whisperer.
What?
Gun aficionado.
No, it ain't. Gunslinger, that's it. Gunslinger and
gun collector.
Gunfighter. No, not collector.
Speaking of gun collectors, here's a good article. Bloomberg Politics.
Oh, hell.
Prospective 2016 Republican presidential candidates and the leaders of the National Rifle Association focused more on Hillary Clinton than President Barack Obama on Friday as they criticized their gun control views and other policies.
Look, nothing against Mr. LaPierre. Nothing against him. He got, he going to do what he wants to do, and I know all these people run for president. It's the same thing. We all know Hillary's running for president. Wait a little bit. Just, you're going to ruin all the gun talk. Let's just talk and be happy we got guns and have a good time. And then, you're going to have plenty of time when she comes out and starts,
You're saying that all this talk the NRA does, they're coming to take your guns, Hillary, Obama, they won't take your guns. That sort of takes the fun out of guns?
Because you're always worried about. Enjoy. You got guns now, don't you? Enjoy them. It's just like every day. If this is the last day on Earth, what are you going to do? I ain't going to sit around. I'm going to get out and,
do some shooting.
Think it's the last day I got guns. I'm going to have a good time with my guns. We're happy got a guns. Show your guns. That's a good gun. I like that gun. Everybody having a good time. Then they get up there and all they do is bring up Hillary Clinton and just bring everybody down. Now, I understand it's political. You got to have that. I understand. But I think on the side should have a happy NRA gun thing where everybody go in. Ain't going to talk politics in here. We're just going to enjoy our guns.
It sounds fun, but how are these people going to get applause?
Oh, just telling stories. I shot, a buck or whatever, or I saved a woman trying to get a purse, whatever with story. There are all sorts of gun stories you can tell.
Yeah, but how does that, I shot a deer or this woman was getting mugged, that does not compare with, we will stand and we will fight with everything we've got, and in 2016, by God, we will elect our next great president of the United States of America, and it will not be Hillary Rodham Clinton, LaPierre said.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a good
It's good what he like I said, he got away with words. I like what he said. I like the sentiment. I didn't hear him say it, but I know he's a good talker. Sometimes better to read it than him, but,
Yeah, mostly.
Yeah, he's not the best,
I want to look at him.
Yeah, but
he looks like a mobster's accountant.
Yeah, something like that.
Which I guess in a way he sort of is.
What? He's in charge. I never did it took me a while to get used to his name. Head of NRA Pierre. That don't seem
LaPierre.
LaPierre.
That's how you make Pierre worse.
Add law to it, yeah.
It ain't just LaPierre, Jackie. Senator Ted Cruz of Texas.
Now, see, we're doing the same thing that they was doing. You're talking bad. He's a nice man, doing a good job, let's face it, doing the best he can under the circumstances, and we all got guns. Let's enjoy ourselves.
Now, Ted Cruz says, this weekend Hillary Clinton is announcing for president. Well, I'll tell you, if Hillary Clinton is going to join with Barack Obama and the gun grabbers that come after our guns, and what I say is come and take it, applause.
Come and take it.
Come and take it. I guess he's a gun.
Oh, he wanting to fight.
They wanting to fight
Send your goons into my house and I'll shoot you.
What do you think Ted Cruz's house is like?
I don't know.
Gross.
What?
Former Florida, speaking of weird houses, I don't even know what that means. Former Florida Governor Jeb Bush called the Second Amendment the original Homeland Security Act.
Well, yeah.
Pitched his record on guns. I've been in the trenches with you. Is that how he sounds?
It's just like it's not there. It's just
we were passing laws and creating protections for gun owners and to set the bar for other states to follow. I will match my record against anyone else's when it comes to support and defense of the Second Amendment.
I don't think that sounds anything like him, but
that's what in your head
in
you
my
hear
head
when you see him. Yeah.
Senator Marco Rubio of Florida, he's announcing tomorrow what kind of dog you think is going to be in his video.
I don't know. Hopefully the dog in his be behaving. Dog my dog knows how to act in public or home anywhere.
I bet at Team Rubio, he's like, get the computer open and film a nice dog and put it in my clip.
Dog acting, behaving. I know how to get a dog to behave. Because let's be honest, if you can't control your dog, I don't care who you're voting for. You can't even control.
That hurt Mitt Romney. They put that dog on the car.
Yep.
Rubio says President Obama has been a weak president. The only thing President Obama has strengthened over the last 6 years has been his own unlawful power.
Yeah, that's true.
What's that got to do with guns?
It's all got to do with guns. We talking about the more powerful he becomes.
Guns and trash.
Trash.
Wisconsin, you said everything is trash earlier. Wisconsin Governor Scott Walker criticized Obama's unsuccessful efforts to tighten gun regulations. Mr. President, Scott Walker said, last time I checked, Second Amendment is part of the Constitution. You don't get to pick and choose which part of the Constitution you like and which parts you don't.
Yeah.
They said this in Nashville. They're making all these speeches. Then maybe they went to Tootsie's or Opry Mills. Walker said his support for the NRA and less restrictive gun laws isn't just because the state has a strong hunting heritage. When we signed into law concealed carry, it was about freedom.
Yeah.
It ain't just for hunting.
I mean, hunting's good. You need your gun to hunt. That's for sure.
Weak just for hunting.
Yep.
Nope. You can carry it around.
Open carry, yeah.
Bobby Jindal, little old Bobby Jindal, said the NRA is the most effective civil rights organization in the U.S.
What?
Rick Perry, who is known for jogging with a firearm, told the gathering that he had hung out the open for business sign for gun makers. Best defense against crime is an armed citizenry.
I remember him. He loved guns. They asked him what he'd be doing otherwise. And I'll be home shooting skeet.
See, that doesn't sound so bad. He's just talking about making guns and arming citizens. That's kind of like just a celebration of guns.
Yeah.
It's not. I don't know if he mentioned Hillary Clinton. These may be selective quotes. Ben Carson.
Oh, good Dr. Ben Carson.
Oh, Dr. Ben Carson.
Oh, yeah.
Neurosurgeon turned conservative activist.
Yeah.
He said despite what he has seen on the streets and in emergency rooms, he remains solidly pro-gun. He says, I spent many a night operating on people with gunshot wounds to their heads.
Oh.
And you know that's true if you're a brain surgeon.
If you're a brain surgeon, they're probably wheeling them in all the time.
It is not nearly as horrible, he says, as having a population that is defenseless against a group of tyrants who have arms.
So bullet in the head is better than any of that. That's true.
And this is somebody who seen a lot of people shot in the head.
Oh, yeah.
And how many people have you seen shot in the head, Jackie?
Well, I don't want to get into particulars or anything.
But this man who has seen them wheeled past him like a goddamn, like, how many people been shot in the head today?
Yeah.
Just like overwhelmed by them, like can't walk through the halls. He's telling us.
They're backing up in there, yeah.
Like ER, episode of ER. He's the one saying this is better than tyrants.
Yeah.
You can make fun if you want to.
I'll take a bullet in the head any day before tyrants.
Mike Huckabee said, God bless the NRA.
Well, yeah.
That doesn't sound so bad.
That's pretty good. God bless.
Lee Greenwood could have said that.
Well.
Maybe he was there too.
Yeah.
We will not disarm in America. Okay. Lindsey Graham said, the next time you vote for president, make sure they've at least run a lemonade stand. That's pretty funny.
Yeah, well, at least it's kind of being funny, yeah. Not all dark. I mean, you got different sections. You know, LaPierre comes on, he does the dark, scare.
For about Revelations.
Yeah, that stuff. And then, Little Bobby Gentle and,
Gets into funnier parts of the Bible. What's the funniest part of the Bible?
Well, when I was a youngin', now that this ain't so now, when I was youngin', I always thought, Adam and Eve funny to me.
Like the honeymooners?
Just run around and leave on, just a leaf. That always seemed silly to me.
Shame. That's
yeah.
when they
what
learn
happened,
shame.
Trey, God told him not to. He gave him a chance.
A lot of people giving speeches at the NRA convention. Just up the road from us, Jackie.
I know. And I hope they make it down here.
Did any of them stop in your store? Who would be the best one of them get a barbecue sandwich in here?
Well, Fred Thompson go over there. He do anything at the NRA?
I did not see him listed, although there was a concert that Hank Williams Jr. headlined. I don't know if Fred Thompson does him. He's, an entertainer as well as a politician, so he might have got up there and done like a monologue.
Yeah, I'd like it. I'd like to see that. That'd be good. He could do Law and Order, Die Hard, any of them, rack 'em, stack 'em. What does you say? Rack 'em, stack 'em, pack 'em.
Rack 'em, stack 'em, and pack 'em.
That's good old Fred Thompson right there. Yes, sir.
They also say Wayne LaPierre at an NRA members today said 8 years of one demographically symbolic president is enough.
Well, yeah.
Said we will elect a woman when she's a good one, basically. So, 8 years of one demographically symbolic president. Aren't they all demographically symbolic? I mean, Mitt Romney was kind of demographically symbolic. I think a lot of people voted for Mitt Romney just because of his demographic symbolism.
Well, yeah. You can look at it that way. I see what you're saying, yeah.
We're all just demographically symbolic in our own ways.
Whether you use a little boy dressed as a fish or a dog going through the garbage.
You are demographically important to somebody running for president. And the people running for president are demographically symbolic and important to you. It all goes together. This horrible country we live in.
Hey.
I didn't mean it. I just meant when it comes to politics.
Oh, yeah.
I like the part where we just all go outside and have a picnic with our guns.
Yeah.
Eat some chicken, just enjoy our guns.
And there's plenty of people up in Nashville doing that too, hopefully. They're not all. It just seems like a whole room full of men with guns, and they're scared of one woman's what it seems like, and they need to just put her aside. And, I mean, we all know she's there. Save it up. Save the energy for that later. Right now, we got our guns. Let's enjoy our guns. Let's take them out, look at them, walk around with them, go in the bar, get a few beers with them. Whatever you want to do with your gun and have a good time. It should be like a gun getaway vacation, not gun you know, it's going to be awful, you know. Don't need to hear that.
So Jackie says, don't be scared of women. Put them aside. Enjoy your guns.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful Sunday in Middle Tennessee, folks.
Yep.
And we got a lot of busy year ahead with the dog and the moving.
Yeah.
Trash and the fish play. And
a lot going on.
The enemies of freedom amassing to take our guns away, but retiring, tomatoes coming in.
Yeah, garden. Miracle Grows, what that was, Shanky, the man in that.
I don't remember him ever doing commercials.
He did commercials. He did Miracle Grow.
Well, I guess that's our clip of the week. It was going to be Hillary Clinton's
put up
video announcement, but we want to see those Miracle Grow clips.
Put the Miracle Grow commercial of him in it, and also put Shawshank. The Shanky's prison where he's in that. Put some of that in there too. I want to see him. Not that when he hangs himself. I don't need to see that again, but just him in prison, just in there with the rest of them.
So that's
it.
That's the podcast.
That's a whole hour. That's plenty of time to talk about all this mess. We got a lot going on. And don't forget, what is it? Rates and reviews.
Rates and reviews. If you can write a review for us, if you can give us a rating, any place you can rate it or review it, it always helps us. We appreciate you listening. 127 episodes in.
Oh, good Lord.
We're moving out of the Obama years.
Finally.
And into the Hillary Clinton years.
Well, don't say it yet. Don't. We can have hope. Somebody may still run somehow. Somebody somewhere. God, please.